We're live on YouTube as well. Let's get into these eyebrows while we talk. Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Come on in. I want to talk about something. People that this is for the message for a couple of people. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody doing good. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? I'm live on YouTube too. Hey YouTube. I know I ain't gonna have that many people on YouTube because y'all know I'm just not starting. But I'm going got to get the watch time minutes in over there. I did do some research on how that work over there. So, but how y'all doing? When y'all come in, can y'all please share the slide, please, if y'all don't mind? I just want to talk to y'all for a minute. When y'all come in, share this live. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Hey, okay, I think we got one person on YouTube over here. Hey, hey, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that like button. But anyway, so I'm gonna try to wait till a few more people come on because I want to talk to the people. Just say something about, I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. That. Hey Melinda, how you doing, love? When you come in and share this live, I want to talk to the people that you know that, and I had to be careful how I word it. People that care for the people that you know, that got their own choices, that like somebody other than their own sexuality. Let me put it that way. I want to talk to them. And to other people too. Because, you know, I tell y'all all the time, I get to thinking about stuff. I get to thinking about stuff and I said, you know what? I said, let me just talk. So, I was just thinking, right? I said, you know what? People in the world is funny. Hey, Sharon. How you doing, love? I said, you know, people in the world is funny. I'm going to tell you the reason why I say that. Hey, YouTube. The reason why I say that is this. I'm going to tell you why. When you watch TV on social media or whatever, right? You find, hey Olive, how you doing, love? Make sure you hit that follow button and hit that share button when y'all come in. When you in your everyday life, right? And you watch people wherever you at, right? When people hear that a person is not interested or not dating the same gender. Hey Diane, how you doing, love? When you hear about, hey YouTube, people on YouTube, because I don't know how to see. Let me see something. There we go. And this is just my opinion, okay? This is just my opinion. That actually should be facts, but this is just my opinion. Somebody that wants to, you know, talk to someone else that's not of their sexuality, right? Let me tell y'all something. Ain't none of us God. If people do their research, and a lot of people don't care. That's why I say it's just the world that we live in. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't. First thing they do, and this the point that I'm getting to. First thing they do when they see somebody that's liking somebody of the same sexuality, people love to throw that Bible up and hear me out. People love to throw Bible scriptures up in somebody's face. Oh, well, you know, it says Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve and all this type of stuff, right? I'm the type of person, I'm like this right here because I live my life like this in real life. And I was just thinking, I said, you know what? It amazes me that the biggest thing that people like to throw other, hey, Monique, the biggest thing that people, when y'all come in, y'all share. The biggest thing that people like to throw up in somebody's face is when they find out somebody is dating somebody of the same sexuality, interested or done slept with them or whatever the case is. People like to throw scriptures up in their face. But what about the scriptures you need to throw in your own face? Because every day, every person that wake up, we sin. whether or not you intentionally sin or not. See, that's the thing, but people are so quick. Hey, Kathy. And it don't say that, it say don't date anyone unknown. Oh, okay, Lucky. But, and the thing is, but those will be the same ones that'll sit back and say, oh, I don't judge. Only God can judge me. I tell y'all all the time, and I ain't trying to get religious, but I'm just speaking on this because I'm going to tell y'all something. Like I said, if you do research, people, kids, or whatever that's being shamed in their family for dating the same person of their same sexuality, like, woman to woman, man to man. Don't you know the suicide rate with them is 40% more? 40% more than an average person trying to think about, hey, Linda. And that's my thing. And I know I may step on some toes, but if I step on toes, then maybe you need to go back and reevaluate yourself. Hey, Tawana. Hey, love. Go back and reevaluate yourself, because, like I said, we as people, we sit back and we say this and try to act like we this, and we don't do this and we don't do that. Oh, I don't do wrong in my life. But everybody in this world is judgmental to some type of point. And like I said, mainly it is when you see a person that's trying to get with somebody of their same caliber. We be so quick. Y'all see all these crimes that be going on, hate crimes, against, what is it, the LGBTQ. Did I say it right? Same gender. Yeah, Diane, the same gender. The thing is this, everybody entitled to their own opinion. That's not what I'm saying. We live in this world, we got our own opinion. But for a person to bash somebody, or for a person to act like they ain't a child of God, like they are alien, they are foreign species, because you find out, and I ain't never been in a situation where I had a child to come and tell me, so I can't tell nobody I know how I feel. Only thing I'm saying is this, I would talk to my child, but one thing I know I wouldn't do, and I can say this, I wouldn't sit there, call my child out their name and do all that. I wouldn't do that, because they still got children. Because at the same time, if I'm going to sit there and call my child out their name, hey, Latrice, she say new here. Well, welcome, love. Welcome to Level Up. Get your bag up. Make sure you follow me on YouTube, too. It's right there. I'm live on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. I'm live on YouTube, too, y'all. Folks will be against gay people, but sleeping with a married man, that's what kills me. And Monique, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you notice, people get the most shade or subliminal messages or shame thrown at them. Y'all welcome. Make sure y'all welcome Latrice King. She new here, y'all. Thank you so much. Hey, Shiandra. People get the most shame, the most hatred toward them when they with somebody of the same gender. Am I saying it right? The same gender? Yeah, the same gender. My oldest daughter and her wife just gave birth on Thursday to a beautiful baby boy. Congratulations, Tawana. That's her life. We love her the same as our other daughters. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And like I said, to get a little deeper, and especially and I'm not saying all. Y'all know I'm not speaking. When I talk, I'm not saying all. I'm saying majority of the people, and especially like the old school ones back in the day, I understand a lot of them do got a lot of knowledge. But what I'm saying is this, we contradict ourselves. Because if we going to sit there and point fingers and say, oh, this is sin, this is sin, this is sin, why we can't turn them fingers around and say, well, you know what? I'm sinning too. I'm sinning. Guess what? They may be sinning, but I'm sinning because I'm judging. That's what I mean about contradicting ourselves. That people ain't no different. If you ain't never been in a situation like that, you can't tell nobody what's going on in their head, the reason why they chose that. But their choices in their life is their life. It may hurt some parents, but what I suggest to do, which I ain't never been in a situation of my parents like that, but I've been in other situations where I don't went to talk to one of my parents on something and with my life, and y'all pretty much know that I got shamed for. So guess what I did? And look how it affected me up to this day. I shut in. I tell people I'm okay when I'm not, because that does something to you. So that's the same thing with the LGBTQ, am I saying it right, community. If they know they got parents that they know they can't talk to, or that wasn't something that, you know what, oh, my parents ain't gonna stand for, guess what they gonna do? They gonna shut down. And you ain't gonna know what's going on in their head, but I'm telling y'all, do your research. Suicide rates for gay people is 40% more. 40% more. Then sometimes people wonder why. Well, I wonder why so and so didn't come and talk to me about so and so. Some people probably don't took their life, and you don't question like, why did they do this and why did they do that? I wonder what was going on with them. I'm not saying that's always the case, but the thing is this: if you ain't sitting and tried to have an open mind or open heart and sit without judgment, maybe that person, you could have saved that person's life. But we so quick to sit back and point fingers and judge somebody. But we can't sit there and correct our own life. That's the part that I sit back and I say, Lord, this world, the people, some of the people in it, it just trips me out. It just trips me out because we say so many things to try to fit our situation. We say certain scriptures to try to fit our situations. But then when they come to fit, to make it look good on our end, oh well, I'm imperfect. I ain't perfect, so God expects this and this, that, and other. But when it comes to somebody else, that person's so wrong. Oh my God, they life so jacked up. They shouldn't have did this, or they shouldn't have been born, and they shouldn't have been doing this. They still human. Tawana, I don't know how you accepted it when you found out or whatever like that. And I do know this because this common sense. Every parent is going to, address a situation like that, differently. Some parents may try to, child. Then some parents may be understanding. But at the end of the day, when that anger or the hurt, whichever feeling that you're feeling, I feel like everybody that go through that, you got to sit back and say, you know what? Nah, this ain't right. Because if I'm sitting here telling other people, you know what? We shouldn't judge one another. Well, that's the same thing I'm doing. Now, if you want to have a talk with your kid or your kids, that's cool. That's what we should do anyway. We should have a talk with them about sexuality, even regardless of what their decisions is. And that's why a lot of kids be out here stuck and don't know. And y'all done heard some of them be like, oh, I'm confused. Probably because the parent ain't never tried to talk to them. Linda say, never turn your back on them. We all have skeletons. Some best friends, okay, love them wholeheartedly. Exactly, Linda. And that's why I say, you know what? I just come through life and I just look at it. Like, you know what? We all God's children. Ain't none of this gonna change. Hey, y'all. Hey, Sabrina. I don't know why that's doing that. Hey, Sabrina, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, baby. But I say, you know what? It's not gonna change. It's never gonna change. But the thing is, like I said, people just have to, cause like I said, everybody's sinning every single day. Whether or not you intentionally trying to sin, everybody's sinning. But for some reason, that's the point that I'm saying. That's the biggest thing that people feel like you can sin. And then if they read the Bible, thank you, Sabrina. Thank you so much, love. I'm on Facebook too over here, y'all. So I'm trying to, got to get my Watchmen to sin, baby. But that's the one that people feel like that's the biggest sin. And if you read the Bible and understand the Bible, one sin ain't no greater than the next. Even though and see, that's why that go to show you that we imperfect. Understand what I'm saying? That's why it go to show you that we imperfect. Because I'm guilty of this, what I'm about to tell y'all. I may look at a situation to get a little bit deeper, right? Because we human, I get it. But that's when we got to step back and we got to correct ourselves. One sin ain't no greater than the other one, right? One sin, like, for us, if I go out here and steal some gum, then you got a person over here sleeping with a married man. You understand what I'm saying? My sin ain't no less, they sin ain't no greater, because we both sinning. You understand what I'm saying? But us as humans, Sabrina say, amen. But us as humans, we'll sit there, oh, he shouldn't have did that. Knowing good well, we know we did that before we woke up or after we woke up or whatever, or what we did. Oh, but no, you shouldn't have did this and you shouldn't have did that, baby. We all fall short. That's what tripped me out. I followed you. Thank you, Latrice. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Kathy. Margaret say, I was coming up in my life was a sin. Say it again, Margaret. Hey, Rhonda Kelly. How you doing, love? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, Margaret, that's what you was trying to say. Like, back in the day, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, our elders, and like I said, I'm not saying everybody, because I know I got some older people on here. I'm not saying y'all know what I mean when I talk. But I'm saying back in them days, like, a lot of old school people, like, that was just the worst thing that you could do. But at the same time, while you thinking that's the worst thing a person could do, one sin ain't no greater than the next. All I'm just saying is, because y'all don't see where people don't sit there and film stuff on social media. I can't remember the person's name. Um, the the guy or whatever. I can't remember when all of them jumped on him and yeah, unlived him. You understand what I'm saying? You, Tawana, say you hitting the nail on the head. We all fall short. No sin is greater than the other. Thank you, Tawana. And it's not. But the crazy part is, like I said, if everybody, I'm going to tell you something, how we would get better as a people. To be real, to be all the way 1,000. How will we get better as a people if people sit there and, like me, I take my own advice. I ain't perfect, y'all hear me say that all the time. But if we take our own advice that we trying to get of somebody else, that's the thing about it. If we sit there and catch ourselves, you know what? Oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. Okay, well, you know what? We need to rewind that thing back and say, you know what? Well, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. Hey, just as we are. Margaret say, we will send it together because you was talk about God, child. Yeah, Margaret, yeah. And that's the thing about it. That's why I say, you know what, Lord? And like I said, it ain't the world, it's the people in the world. That's the thing about it. But see, nobody wants to take accountability for anything. Nobody want to sit there and say, hey, Lavonda, nobody want to sit there and say, you know what, yeah, before I sit there and try to talk about somebody else, let me talk about myself. Like, I'm going to tell y'all something else. Last night, y'all, I wanted to go live so bad yesterday. I kid you not, I made that post. Every time I got ready to hit the live button, y'all, I was so tired. Got stuff on my mind and stuff, because stuff I'm trying to do, right? So I'm like, Tina, you know what? Don't you overwhelm yourself. You know what I'm saying? Bring that thing down and get it together. So that's why I didn't go live. I took some time out for myself. But while I wasn't live, I was still on social media, right? Yes, we should practice what we preach and stop judging. Yes, we should. Just as we all say, let's show her some love, like, follow, and share, y'all. Thank you, just as we are. I appreciate it so much. And do the same to her, y'all. Do the same to her. Just as we are, like, follow, and share, y'all. So I was sitting there and I was watching something, right? And I said to myself, y'all, what I watched, I was like, if this ain't the most childish stuff. Hey, Nisha's Life. Hey, how you doing? Nisha's Life, working wife and mom of 6. All right, then. Try saying that about 4 or 5 times. But anyway, so I was just watching and I was seeing somebody. Because since I got a page on YouTube trying to figure it out, right? I'm trying to figure it out. I know everything what I need to do over here on my page, but YouTube a little different when we go live, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't even get my little whatchamacallit to stay up, right? So I'm trying to, I got to figure it out. So I was watching something and I said, you know what? I seen a woman, not going to call names. I seen a woman that was sitting there downing another mother and talking about her parenting, right? Just hear me out. Oh, well, I couldn't be a mother like that because I do this and I do that for my child. Listen, we all think we good mothers. But how dare us, and that's what I'm saying about the judging, how dare us sit back and act like, yeah, in our mind, we feel like we mother of the year in our minds. But I guarantee you, each mother that's on here, if we all got together, we can each give each other advice. But ain't no way I'm going to look down at Rhonda, look down at Just As We Are, look down at Tawana, Diane. I'm not going to look down at that because at the same time, like in my head, I think I'm a good mama. But there are some things I need to change. But I'm not going to sit here and get on my platform and try to down another mother and be like, oh, you know what? She's a bad mother. She shouldn't do this. She shouldn't do that. My thing is this. Let me take it back because I know somebody in the background saying this. Well, we entitled to our opinions. But do you have to verbalize your opinion? See, that's the thing about it. I get it. We got opinions. I tell y'all all the time, there are things I see on social media. But I'm not going to sit there and get on my platform and talk about somebody mothering. You understand what I'm saying? Talk about somebody kids or talk about the way somebody living. That's all I'm saying. We should conduct ourselves the way we would want somebody to conduct us. But people don't look at it like that. Because like I said, it's so easy for people to get views. It's so easy for people to make their followers go up if they talk about other people all day, because guess why? Like I said, it comes back to one thing. Because that's how the people minds, majority of the people, the way of the world. They like to sit back and listen to somebody that talk about somebody else. They like to sit back and listen to somebody that's bashing somebody else. So if some people that's deranged, and I call it deranged, it is what it is. So people that are deranged, that feel like that's what they're going to keep doing every day, all day, and they see, oh, okay, this is working for me, they ain't going to quit. They not going to stop. You get what I'm saying? People that they mind is set like that. That, oh, okay, you know what? I know I shouldn't be doing this. Because we all make mistakes. But like I always say, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, baby, they ain't no mistake. That ain't no mistake. So if you did it one time, right, and be like, and you sit back and you be like, dang, I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have went on my platform or whatever, or got with a group and said this and said that. Let me correct myself and don't do it no more. Okay, that's different. But if you do it all the time, baby, there ain't no mistake. You know what the hell you doing. Rhonda say, this is so true, just as we are saying. We all need to support each other and help each other as women, not tear each other down and judge. None of us are perfect. Boom, that whole part, there's always room to learn. Just as we are, you absolutely right. There's always room to learn. Because you got to understand, and my thing is this. That's right, Sha. They live the gossip. Yeah, Sherry say, absolutely. Because this is and see, that's why I say this thing get a little bit deeper, right? Like going back to the topic at hand, then like I said, I'm trying to intertwine with both of them, right? Don't know if you ain't never been with or fell in love or whatever it is with a person of the same sex, right? If you ain't never did that, how you gonna sit back and try to give advice to somebody that's in that situation? How you gonna try to sit there and tell them, oh no, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that? Once again, everybody entitled to their opinion, but if you know you ain't got no advice, no good advice to give somebody without judgment, constructive criticism, then all you got to do is just be quiet. I can't sit there and try to tell somebody, hey, you know what, X, Y, and Z, you need to do this. Oh, I wouldn't do this and this and that and other. Oh, okay. The same way I turned around and say, I wouldn't do it. Well, guess what? That's them. The thing is, don't dislike a person because of what they choose. Try to respect it. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't respect other people's decisions. That's the thing about it. They don't respect it. Everybody feel like they can control somebody's life. Somebody's life. They get on there. Matter of fact, y'all see it right here on social media. If you never wore them shoes, be quiet. That whole part. If you never wore them shoes, be quiet. She say, talk about it. Yeah, Margaret. And that's where I am. And that's the thing about it. Like, hold on right quick, y'all. I'm trying to get you two together. Like the parenting and stuff, like I said, folks want to talk about it. Before you sit there and try to down somebody about their parenting, if you that concerned, that's the thing. If you that concerned about somebody parenting, you got to understand everybody wasn't brought up the same. There are people that had to raise themselves. There are people that had a mama around but didn't understand how to be a mama when they had their child. So that's why you got different type of people that brings their kids up a different way. But my thing is this, once again, if you're going to insert yourself in somebody's life like that where you got to get in their business, why not try to see what you can do to, hey, maybe give them some advice? Try to give them a little bit of advice. Now, we don't know everything, but the point that I'm making, try to give them advice instead of trying to tear them down. Because if you don't know somebody's backstory, you don't know them in real life, you ain't never met them, it's so easy to sit back and say, hey, you know what? A mama don't do things like that. A mama don't do things like that. But you ain't right either. And I find it, I'm going to tell you what I sit back and I pay attention to, and I tell y'all all the time, sit back and pay attention. A person that has to speak on other people and never ever talk about themselves, them the ones you got to watch. Don't think, oh, okay, this is a sweet person. Oh, okay, yeah, you right. Nah, you need to look at that thing a little bit different now. Wait a minute now. This person always got something to say about everybody. But I don't never hear this person talk about their life. That's called, what they call it, trying to take the spotlight off of them. You're going to have so much energy to talk about somebody else's life, what they should or what they shouldn't do as a mother. But don't nobody know nothing about you, so how we know how you living? People like that, they're going to try to keep their life under wraps because they don't want that same person or people that they talking about to come back on them. You saying all this about this person over there, but how you living? Did God come down and say you mother of the year? You may feel like you mother of the year. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, like I said, the stuff get a little bit deeper. Some people feel like because their child has succeeded in life and this and that and other, that they did a good job as a mama. Baby. It takes more than your child succeeding just to say you a good mama. Just because your child went to college and graduated college, I'm just saying figure of speech. That still don't mean that you raised them right. People don't look at it that way. That don't mean that you raised them right. You got some people that ain't even had no mom and dad in their life and went ahead and went through college because that's what they said they wanted to do. You got people that came from a rough background and went through college and done graduated and done made something of themselves. So we can't sit there and say, okay, well, I did right. If your child ain't came to talk to you about any issues that they had growing up, hey, mama, I wish you would have did this when I was younger. Mama, I wish you would have paid more attention to me as opposed to chasing men out there. How you gonna know that you was that mama, that you was just that mama because your child done graduated and went to college? See, people don't break it down like that. Diane say, been doing it for 2 years and she got exposed and her life is not no different. Who, Diane? Been doing it for 2 years and she got exposed and her life is not no different. You know I get to talking so much, Diane. I'm trying to see what you're saying. If you are not part of the solution, don't be part of the problem. That whole part, Latrice said, thank you. You welcome, love. You welcome. I don't know why it's just doing this, y'all. I'm sorry over here, YouTube. I don't know why it's doing this. Sherry say, let God do the judgment. That's right. Philly say, facts. And that's what I'm saying, Sherry. We try to do stuff to try to fit our own little, you know what I'm saying, to make us feel good. We see something we don't like. You know, God don't like that. Well, maybe God don't like what you doing. And that's the thing is, you got people like that, you know, you may never know what they do behind the scenes, but got so much to say about somebody else. But God know what you're doing. But I'm just saying, us as people, we should not sit and talk about our kids or nieces, nephews, grandkids, or whatever, because they fall in love with somebody or want to experiment with somebody of the same gender. We shouldn't do that because I'm telling you, y'all don't know what that do to that child. We don't know if you ain't been there. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe that's what that child choose to live by, but that don't make that child no different. That's the thing about it. Ain't nobody no different, even though people walk around life acting like they different from somebody else. They better than somebody else. You know, for whatever reason, people act like that. But no, you're not. No, you're not. And you ain't no less just because you choose to be with somebody. It just, y'all, it's a lot I really want to say, and that's why I'm trying to be careful what I say. But like I said, when I don't be live, I just be sitting back, and I be paying attention, and I look at stuff, and I'm just like, you know what, God? I said, it's just crazy. And this is why I say I can sit here, because I try to work on myself. I try to catch myself on certain things. I try to, like I said, it's all about self-evaluation, checking yourself before you try to check others. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. A majority of the people don't do that. And it's okay to say, hey, you know what? I don't do it, but I'm going to start working on that. Because accountability is everything. Accountability is everything. Hey, you know what? I don't do that, but I'm going to start doing that. Because at some point in time in everybody's life, we got to sit back and we got to be like, you know what? Nah, I was wrong for doing that. I don't even care if it's 4 or 5 years. You done did it. Oh, nah, I was wrong for doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah, let me just start working on me. Because we got so much input for other people's life when our life is in shambles. We all are work in progress. A whole lot of work in progress. Exactly. Everybody's seen what I done came from. You understand what I'm saying? How dare me to, in my sobriety, 5 years, clean, how dare me to look down at somebody else and just be like, you know what? Oh, you shouldn't do that. I'll talk to them. You understand what I'm saying? I do that all day long in my inbox. I'll talk to them, but I'm not going to sit up here and act like, as a matter of fact, let me use this part. Just like with my status, right? Y'all know the situation with me still being HIV negative, right? Even though it was years and years and years and years and stuff. Y'all know the story. I done told it on here, right? Y'all hear me every time I talk about my story with the HIV thing, my ex-husband. What do I always say? I said, I would never come on here and say, God, show me favor. I take that, and when people say that, and I know some people may not mean it like this, but I feel like when people say that to a sense, you trying to say, oh, maybe God loved you more than he loved me. Maybe he trying to bless you more than he blessed me type thing. We all God's children. God don't dislike us, love us no more than the next one. He does things that we may not understand. But don't get the big head and walk around here and act like, you know what? Yeah, I'm God's favorite. God showed me favor. Can't nobody go on the lies that I made about my ex-husband being HIV positive. Can't nobody go on now one of them lies. And you know, each time I did that live, it went viral, right? And pinpoint nowhere in that lie where I said, God, show me favor. No. I said all the time, I said, whatever God's reason was for saving me, and he ain't just saving me from that. Y'all know the crap I done been through. I tried to off myself 2 times. Loaded in the chamber. Still here. You understand what I'm saying? We go through things and we come through things. Let me put it that way. We get through things and we don't understand it. We may not never understand. Only thing I said, you know what, God got a purpose for me. I may not know what the purpose is, cause oh, that's why when I made that reel a while back, I said, you know what? I said, you know, y'all sit around people. We sit around people all day long and hear from people all day long, and they'll say, yeah, I know I ain't supposed to be here because they don't scrape their knee. Oh, I know I ain't supposed to be here because they don't bump their big toe. But people that generally know that they ain't supposed to be here and God done brought them out every time, you ain't supposed to be here type thing, and you don't have an answer as to why, I don't even question God no more. But one thing I'll tell people when I talk about my story, I say, you know what? I said all the time, I said, I don't know why God did what he did for me. Like I said, not even just bringing me out of that HIV thing, pain pill addiction and all this stuff. I don't know why. I just know I'm blessed. I can say that. But I'm not going to sit up here and look at a person that I know is HIV positive and be like, oh, girl, God showed me favor. That's why I say sometimes we got to catch ourselves before we say things, because we don't know how it's going to make that person on the other end feel. Just like my pain pill addiction. Somebody that's still out there that maybe I used to run with back in the day may still have an addiction. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, God, show me favor. I would never say that. I would say something like, you know what? Y'all hear me say it, I want it better. And y'all know the extent of it or whatever like that. That's why I stop. But I'm not going to make it seem like, and that's why I say we have to, certain words that we use can change a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, Ashanti, God's got a purpose for me. That's right. Amen. Bless. Shanika say, always speaking facts, and I love it. Thank you, love. Peggy say, amen. Yeah. And like I said, you know what? Just like I said, and I'm not saying people mean it that way. But you know, you hear people say, I'm highly blessed, what it say, highly blessed, what, something, and highly favored, or whatever like that. Once again, I'm not saying everybody mean it that way, like, oh, okay, God favor me and then favor you. I'm not saying everybody, but there are people that I know, and I done heard in my life, personal life, that, yeah, that's what I mean by that. Hey, Teresa, that don't sit there and try to make it seem like, you know what, God favored them, and he ain't doing crap for you. That's what I mean, those type of people. I understand people say things just to be saying things. But then you got some people, like I said, I know. I met these people personally and feel like that, yeah, God showed them particularly favor and they better than you. That's what I mean, those type of people. Blessed and highly favored. Yeah, Latrice, baby, I can't talk. Y'all know what I mean. But that's what I'm saying, those type of people. Because ain't now one of us no different from nobody else. All of us is blessed and highly favored. To be honest with you about it, because there are some people that ain't really went through nothing. There are some people that ain't really went through nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit there and act like I said. Sometimes I used to have questions. I used to be like, you know what, Lord, you bless me. You bless me. But I'm not gonna sit there and try to make it seem like I'm no better than nobody else just because I came out with, you know, my status being negative, and you got other people that's positive. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, we got to, at some point in time, and this is to the people that do it, at some point in time in our life, we got to say to ourselves, you know what, let me try to change the way we do stuff. And Latrice, I know what you mean. Shanika say, you're okay, I got your back, and you're right, we're all blessed and highly favored. Yeah, we all blessed and highly favored. But at some point in life, at some point in time, you know what? I would never understand why do people feel like that they better than other people? Why do people feel like their life is better than other people? You understand what I'm saying? That then they'll look down. I would never understand that concept because, like I said, everybody know my story, been following me from day one. I've been up here. I've been in very good situations, and then I fell down here. So that's why I can sit back and I can speak on it because I've been on both ends. Some people may not be able to speak on it because maybe they ain't never been up here, or maybe they up here and ain't never been down here. But I done been in both positions. I done been way up here where I was good, didn't have a worry in the world, but literally, y'all know the stories. And then I done fell down here, and I'm going to say rock bottom. But I still go through life and say to myself, How can people just walk around and try to make it seem like, you know what? Yeah, I'm better than them. Or my kid's better than theirs. My kid's better than theirs. That's the thing I was saying, y'all. I was saying to myself, how in the world can you try to compare your kids with somebody else's kids? Like, who does that? Who does that? Why would you try to make it seem like, oh, okay, because this person, and I'm saying this for a reason, y'all. Yeah, I'm talking about this topic for a reason, to be honest. Because somebody kid over here is gay. None of your kids is gay, but you did the right thing in life. Just because somebody kid or kids turn out being attracted or date, marry, whatever, somebody of the same sex, that don't mean that parent failed them. That don't mean that parent failed them. Like I said, if you ain't in that person's head, that person's mind, you can't sit there and try to tell nobody why did that person chose what they chose. Why did they mind think like that? But that don't mean that the mother failed them just because they chose not to date a man and they decided to date a woman and spend it. And I done heard this. I done heard this before. I done heard people say, well, maybe they wouldn't like another woman because they ain't never been with a man. So how can you say that? But you ain't them. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't them. Anybody can sit back and speculate why a person chose to be with the same gender. If you ain't that person in that situation, anybody can sit back and speculate. But only that person that's in that situation know why they doing what they doing. Because I'm going to tell you something. People, Diane say, people act like God loves them more than the rest of us, but it's grace and mercy that keeps us all. Diane, yes. See, that's why I say I don't be knowing how to word stuff like that. But she said it right. I'm going to read again. People act like God loves them more than the rest of us, but it's grace and mercy that keeps us all. That's right. That's right. Hey, Dolores. That's right. You absolutely right, Diane, because I remember, like I said, I remember that I used to get told, and I don't care who like it, because I don't got tired of holding stuff in because of stuff I want to talk about. Because I'm going to say this right here. And the majority of the stuff I be talking about, it don't be toward nobody on social media. But, sometimes people, saying get a little antsy when you talk about certain things and they don't want you talking about it, so they try to silence you. Baby, let me tell you something. Don't be silent. I don't care if it is family. Don't be silent. Speak your truth. Speak your truth, because I'm not finna do it to try to save somebody else. Why? So I'm supposed to go through hell and torment with my emotions, figure of speech, just to try to save your identity or you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm supposed to do. So to hell with my emotions and how I feel, just to try to save face for you. I'm not doing that no more, baby. Not me. Dolores say everybody got the all free mind and determination to determine for themselves. We can't answer for no one whether we gave birth to them or not. That's right. You do make up. Latoya, yeah, I used to do a full face, but I have hot flashes, so I don't be feeling like it. But yeah, I'm just doing this while I'm talking to them. But yeah, I do. But that's what I'm saying. It just, you know what I'm saying, amazes me with people. You see somebody that got a child that's gay and your kids ain't gay. Oh, okay, well, you the parent of the year. You did right by your kids. What make you feel like you did right by your kids? But the thing is, oh, okay, well, this person over here may have a gay child, but guess what? Your child may be over here doing some embezzlements. Your child over here may be sleeping, like somebody said earlier, sleeping with a married man. But just because this woman child over here is gay and yours ain't, oh, okay, so you did the right thing in your life? Who is there to say both of y'all didn't do the right things in your life? And guess what? Life happened. Ain't no parent no less than another just because your kid ain't this but your kid is. We got to change the way we look at stuff and how we do stuff in life. I don't think it'll ever change, to be real with you. But I'm going to talk about it. I really don't think it'll ever change. Because like I said, that starts within. That starts within that person. And in order for a person to change, they got to understand that they is the problem. The way their mind is functioning is the problem. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say that stuff and you got people that's going to go through life and continuously been going through life. You got people up in their ages. I know a person personally that have told me that they ain't never wrong. Kid you not? Told me that they ain't never wrong. Basically that from childhood, this is an elder. From childhood, listen to this person talking what they say out their mouth. From childhood, they ain't never did wrong in their life. Okay, Jesus, why you down here on earth then? If you ain't never did that wrong in your life from childhood all the way to your elder years, why you down here on earth with us? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You need to be walking and holding hands with Jesus, right? Or you could be Jesus, right? Because the last time I checked, all these people wandering around this earth, regardless of what city, state, country that you live in, we ain't perfect, baby. D said, my mom blames me for everything. Join the club, baby. My mom blamed me for everything my children have or have not done. Join the club, D. Can't get look. We can't get right. You understand what I'm saying? We can't get right. That's what they try to make us feel like. We can't get right. Everything we do is just wrong. Ain't never did that right. But you know what? I'm telling you something, baby. I done broke out my shell. It took me years and years and years, like decades. I'm going to be honest with you. But I had to come to my senses to say, you know what? Nah, I ain't finna keep getting blamed for everything. Nah. But that's what I'm saying. When you got people that are trying to get in people's heads, family or whatever, to try to make it seem like you the problem. You the problem. You the problem. You gonna grow up with that mentality. Your marriage ain't gonna work. Friendships ain't gonna work. You and your relationship with your kids ain't gonna work because you gonna grow with that mentality that's been drained in your head that you the problem. And that's why I say people don't realize that a lot of this stuff that get instilled in us, how we're treated, what we're told, we carry that with us for years and years. Because I say it all the time, people feel like kids is the only ones that act out. Adults act out too. Adults act out too. If you ain't addressed the things that has been bothering you, or sometimes when you ain't got closure, or you can't get to the what they call the meat and the potatoes of it, or the bottom line of the problem. You understand what I'm saying? Then you going up and you looking like, dang, why I do that? You look back on something like, dang, why I do that? Dang. Because you acting out. Kids ain't the only one that act out. Me and my, Sherry say, me and my husband got into a big disagreement over it. If someone is born that way or if they choose to be that way. I've heard people had that conversations too, Sherry. Yep, I've heard people had that conversations too. You know, I've heard both sides. And it's kind of like, I can't remember who it was. It was somebody on social media way before I had got a page. I can't remember. They call it the black sheep of the family. That right. That's right. Dolores say, you speaking the truth, girl. Thank you. Nitra say, ooh, yes. Margaret say, I have my whole life. Thank you, sis, big fat. Yeah, Margaret. You welcome, baby. You is welcome. And that's what I'm saying. It's just, I remember when I told this person, and like I said, I don't say it on here. I don't know if anybody knew, but I don't say it on here. I done been with another female before. You understand what I'm saying? It's been a long time ago, but I have. You understand what I'm saying? And when and it wasn't like I was trying to hide it. Let's keep that clear, because like I said, I've always been a transparent person my whole life. When this specific person find out, baby, I was the devil, I was this and I was that, I was everything except for what they say, the child of God, honey. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, and that's what I'm saying now. I feel like some parents, let me tell you what I feel like. Just speaking in general. I feel like personally that some parents, the reason why they be so hard on their kids when the kid come out, because they're ashamed, the parent is ashamed of how it's going to make them look. I'm telling y'all, I feel like that's what it is. I honestly don't feel like, because understand what I'm saying. Let me break it on down for the people that understand what I'm talking about. When a parent, you hear a parent hear about their child going to jail and this and that and other or whatever, they try to keep it hush hush. When a child done did some devilment or whatever, they try to keep it hush hush, right? So this is what I'm saying. So when a child come to them and tell them that they, you know what? Oh, hey, you know what? I like Stephanie instead of Steven. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. So you trying to tell me you gay? Yeah, I'm gay. That parent is more concerned about My opinion, this is my opinion. I feel like, honestly, the parent is more concerned about how it's going to make their family look. That's what I feel like it is. That parent is more concerned about how it's going to make their family look. That's why I mean about not sitting there trying to go to that child and be like, you know what, baby, it's okay. I'm going to love you regardless. Because that's how I would be. And Kate, I know it ain't never happened to me. But some things in our life, we can actually say whether we don't, some things, I ain't saying all, certain situation, we can sit back and we can be like, you know what? Yeah, if I was in that situation, yeah, I would do it this way. I know I would. Because if you unconditionally love your child now, you can unconditionally love your child through anything. Latrice say, yes, I believe that too. That's true. Yeah. Latoya say, I like women. Have your happy with your life. Have your happy with your life. It's your life. This is your life. Do what makes you happy. We only have one life to live. That whole part, Latoya, we only got one life to live. Nitra say, yeah. I feel like you. Yeah, Brenda. Latoya said that. I'm telling you, I feel like that's what it is. And this, their image. That's right. Nietzsche, that's right. They be concerned about their image. Oh, it's going to get out to the church. That be the main one they be concerned about. Oh, it's going to get out to the church. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to get out to, they worry about who it's going to get out to as opposed to going to that child and sitting that child down and saying, look, now, what make you feel that way? Because there are some kids that may feel like, oh, okay, this is what it is, but it ain't. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of having a conversation with that child, whether or not it hurt you, get you upset or anything like that, walk off. Take a little breather. You know, I get it that some parents going to react different. I get it. But the point, what I'm saying is, because people don't think that they're going to be in that situation. But what I'm saying is, sit down, calm yourself down a little bit, and just be like, you know what? Let me get myself together before I go so I know the right words to say. Let me not worry about my feelings because this is my child. And if you're really concerned about your child or whoever it is, you're going to feel, actually, to be honest with you, you're going to feel more sorry for your child because the world that we live in now, people got more hatred toward the gay community. To keep it all the way a buck. So if anything, I'm going to make sure I got my child back because I already know how people out here, the world already is cruel. And then y'all see how people is about, they got the, what is it called, the hate crimes and all this type of stuff. You need to sit there and try to be there for that person. Don't sit there and try to, come on now, oh, I'm going to beat it out of you. I done heard that too. I mean, not for me. I'm just saying I would. And Cherry, I would never judge you because of that, Tina. You're still the same person I met a year ago, still caring and loving person. Thank you, Sherry. But I got judged by it. I sure did. And like I said, I wasn't trying to hide it. I wasn't trying to hide it. Matter of fact, Sherry, if y'all think about it, but this was before then. Well, yeah, before then. But you remember when I told the story about when I went to prison and out of jail? I say I had a little girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that wasn't really a girlfriend. That was something to pass time. I'm going to be honest. Because when I came back to the county, you know, leaving prison, y'all remember I told y'all I had that hole. She was in the top cell over there, and I was in the bottom cell. We would never be able to see each other. So that right there was just something to do. You understand what I'm saying? But I did talk about that on here. But realistically, for it's being right there, yeah, I have. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't care. And that's why I tell y'all, live your life unapologetically. Because the same ones that's going to sit back and judge you for whatever, trust and believe that their life ain't perfect. Trust and believe that if they told you their life, you can sit there if you wanted to. You can sit back and be like, you know what? Well, maybe I wouldn't have did this. Maybe I wouldn't have had a child when I was 30. Maybe I wouldn't have had a child when I was 14. You know what I'm saying? Just different types of things. If you know somebody's life, you can sit back and say. This is why I say about social media. People have so much input to say on our lives, and I get it. That's why certain things, and I talk about a lot of things on here that a lot of people probably wouldn't. But the things that I do talk about on here, I understand. Oh, okay, you got the good, then you got the people that's negative. You understand what I'm saying? So the things that I put on here, I don't mind if somebody come in X, Y, and Z because I put it out here. I get it. And I know everybody ain't going to bite their tongue. There are going to be some people. So I use my head with certain things. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, okay, well, I'll put this out there, or I'm going to talk about this today. I already know I'm going to have my riders. Oh, I already know. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be some people that don't know you and still going to have something to say. I understand that. I understand that. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? It's happening in church. That's right. Nitra say, let me read. Tawana had a comment. Let me read it. Tawana say 100% the parent is in their feelings. We had long conversations with her when she was younger and got angry and cried Y'all, this thing is barely sitting on the thing, so I'm trying not to move. Got angry and cried, and I had to realize it's a glare. We are not her judge, and if we want our child in our life, and we love her, then you deal with it accordingly. That's right. That's right. You absolutely right. Nietzsche say, I'm an open book. Certain things I just don't confirm what they want to know, but I have testimony waiting on God to give me a sign to speak. Nietzsche, I salute you for that, baby. I salute you for that. Latour say, okay, please, life is amazing. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what I be saying to myself. I'll be saying to myself, just like, and you know what, that's another thing. Like you said, Latour, life is amazing. But the reason why some people's life ain't amazing, because you focus and you worry and you put your energy in the wrong places. Regardless of what anybody is going through in life, what you wake up to, what you dealing with on a daily basis, actually life is amazing. It really is. I love my life. I didn't love my life a long time ago. Y'all know I done talked about the story. But I love my life now. Despite of what happens during the day. That ain't still dictating how I love my whole life. Hey Shy, how you doing, baby? This is 2022. Come on now, that's right. And finna be 2023. And that's why I say you can look back over the years and see how things done change. And how people, let me put it this way, people have done change. And people follow trends. That's the problem. And I say it all the time. They hop on these bandwagons. You got a lot of people that's just easy targets for other people to say, hey, let me get into this person's head. I'm about to have a hot flash. Let me get into this person's head. Oh, they'll do what I do. You understand what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that'll do that. Hold on, y'all. You got a lot of people that'll do that. Hey, Mama. Hey, Chillin'. You got a lot of people that'll do that, and what I mean by that is, I turned it off. I thought I turned it on. That's what I mean. You got a lot of people that'll do that. You got a lot of people that ain't gonna use their own head. Think about what I'm saying. And like I said, we talking about the same sex thing, right? The same gender. You go to somebody, right? Yeah, little Anthony came to me and said, he gay. You talking to somebody else, and I get it. We all want outlets to talk to. You talking to this person over here that can't stand gay people. Feel what I'm saying? Guess what kind of advice they gonna give you? Guess what kind of advice they gonna give you? And then if you a weak-minded person, oh yeah, you right. I'm about to go home and tell Anthony, you know what I'm saying? He got to get out. Cause we love, for some reason, our race. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck over here, y'all. Cause like I said, over here, level up, get your bag up, baby. We don't live in fantasy world. We live in reality. Our race love to try to put our kids out for anything. You got the wrong color shoes on, get out, baby. You use the wrong washcloth. You use my good washcloth. You use the wrong, get out. We try to put them out for anything. You reach over, people got their opinion, but I'm just speaking. You 19, get out. You ain't taught your child nothing, but just because they 19, you want to get out. All because this generation did it. This generation did it. This generation did it. This generation did it. And this is why that pattern continues to go on. That's why that pattern continues to go on. And like I said, it's all for somebody said the word I can't think. It's all because, I want it to look like this to the world. Majority of the people in the world, once again, I'm not saying everybody, majority of the people in the world live their life for other people. Every time I make a post, not every time, but a lot of times I make a post, I be trying to tell people, look, get out of that worrying about what somebody gonna say. It's a person that in my mentorship, right? She ain't went live yet. You want to know why? And I told her from the start, she ain't went live yet. I'm worrying about what people gonna say. I said, so what you gonna do? You gonna do? I mean, like, I don't understand why you got in the mentorship. Why you paid your money, got in the mentorship. You understand what I'm saying? And this was discussed even before. This was like last month. Yeah, last month sometime. Ain't went live yet. And I talked to her, try to encourage her, even though she's older than me. Older than me. But I can't be like you, baby. I don't want nobody to be like me. I don't want to be like nobody. But get your motivation from somebody. See, that's the difference. People get that twisted. Ain't nobody saying go be like nobody else and say this and say that. All we saying is, that's right. That's right. That's right. All we saying is, all I'm saying is, if you gonna keep waking up every day, oh, okay, well, if I leave my house like this, oh, somebody gonna say something. Somebody gonna say something. Once again, ain't nobody robots, baby. We got to get out of that mind frame of how our ancestors and stuff like that live. I promise you, for the people that live and worry about what other people gonna say, whether it's on social media or in your personal life, if you change that, start working on yourself and be like, I don't care. I promise you. I promise you it's going to make you feel a whole lot better. That's why I be happy every day, baby. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't got to worry. Yeah, image. That same reason. Because I ain't got to worry about an image. When I come on social media, when I go live by Tina being Tina, and this is me for real, and I'm a very open person in how I am, I ain't got to worry about no mask coming off. If y'all sit back and pay attention on social media, that's why a lot of people masks coming off. I've been seeing people talking about stuff, yeah, it is what it is. But I've been seeing people talking about stuff, oh, this and that and other. And I be sitting back, y'all, and I be on my phone, I be looking, I be saying to myself, see, this is what I be saying. If you be yourself straight out the gate, you ain't got to worry about it. You be yourself straight out the gate instead of trying to tell the world what you think they want to hear. Baby, I'm gonna tell you something. If I came on my live every day and told people what they want to hear, my live would be jumping, baby. I probably have about 500,000 followers. But I'm not gonna do that because at the end of the day, there may be somebody on my live that I may need to touch that day. And see, guess what? I done lied to them. So when I get off live, the kind of conscience I got, I'm gonna be feeling some type of way. And that ain't gonna work with me. I'm saying with me, some people, they can, do this and do that, and baby, they ain't got no conscience. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to do it. I try to come on here and be like, you know what? It is what it is, this and that, and other. But do not try to live your life for other people. Worry about what folks going to say. And this is why things come out the way they come out. You got people that, oh, okay, I don't think I can go to my mom and daddy and tell them that, you know what I'm saying, I got these feelings going on in me. That I'm liking another female, so you know what? I'm gonna try to keep it undercover. But eventually, it's gonna come out, and then what's that's gonna do to you? It's gonna hurt you more because every day that you trying to pretend to be something or somebody that you not, I promise you, if you think about it, it's bothering you every day, and you not living your life till its full potential. You not being happy, truly happy, genuinely happy every day. You not. Because you got to remember, oh, okay, now how I supposed to act today? Okay, what I supposed to say today? Oh, how was I talking yesterday? You got to remember all those things because you try to, oh, okay, because I'm living my life for somebody else. Baby, y'all better stop doing it. Sherry say, then that's probably not for her to have a platform and she's that scared. Everything ain't for everybody. Sherry, I say that all the time and I done told her. I've been untold her, and she keeps saying, well, I am. Well, you know what? My daughter's, Sheila say, my daughter's 30, and if she needs to come home tomorrow, she can come as long as she respects our home. Sheila, there you go. There you go. And that's what I'm saying, too. Let me read a couple of these comments. Need to say, right, I don't have to worry about no mask coming off. That's it. That's right. That's it, and that's all. Just be yourself at all costs. That's right, Renee. That's right. That's absolutely right. And just like you said, because like I said, people love to say, like I said, I like to talk about different things, certain things. You have to be careful what you talk about. But why is we, and I say our culture, our race or whatever, and y'all know that, when you turn 18, you got to get out. You got to get out. I feel like, oh, okay, I got my opinion, and I know we can all agree to disagree, but what I'm saying is this. If you ain't taught this person about responsibility, about doing this, about doing that, then you just, hey, guess what? You done graduated, you're 18. There you go. And then something happened to that child. I know somebody probably saying, well, that ain't the mama daddy fault. Oh, yes, it is. because it's our responsibility to teach them the things that they need to know in order to come up and through life to succeed. That's our responsibility. It ain't nobody else's. Now, once they get out there, if they decide to leave, okay, cool. But if you know you still ain't gave them the tools that they need and they want to leave on their own, little son, little daughter, let's have a talk. Because I was so anxious, and I told the story, I was so anxious to leave when I graduated because y'all know I told y'all my daddy was so doggone strict. I told y'all, keep in mind, I'm a Taurus, right? My birthday, May the 12th. So I turned 18 before I graduated because I graduated June the 2nd, 1995, right? So I turned 18 before I graduated. My first ex-husband, we was boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. My daddy was so strict, even though I was 18, my boyfriend would come to the house, I done said it before. I couldn't take him in my bedroom. We would have to sit on a couch. My daddy sat in the same spot in his recliner. We would have to sit on the couch. Babe, I remember one time my boyfriend tried to grab my hand and hold my hand. My daddy, he used to always sit like this with his legs crossed, with his old Milwaukee best, with his hand, let's Prado, watch your TV. What you doing, boy? What you doing, boy? We couldn't even hold hands. You understand what I'm saying? But I was so ready to move out. You want to know why? Because, baby, them emotions was, you understand what I'm saying? We grown. Them emotion was, it wasn't the fact that, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready, this and that and other. But one thing I can say, my daddy, I ain't trying to knock nobody else. My daddy, he did have a talk. Look, you know, it ain't easy out there. Now, I ain't saying you can't make it. But you got to make sure you put your rent first. My daddy instilled that in us. Rent comes first. If you ain't got enough, pay that rent. Work with the lights. Even if your lights get cut off, pay that rent first because everybody need a roof over their head. My daddy instilled that in us, y'all. My daddy. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to have some kids that feel like, oh, okay, they ready. They ready to move out. Hey, Sandy. You're just throwing them to the wolves. That's right. Hey, autism every day. Hey, that's right, Renee. You throwing them to the wolves. Knowing good well you ain't did what you supposed to do in order for them to succeed. Nietzsche said, I have three grown, and offer them to come home all the time to restart their lives. That's right. Because I'm going to tell you, I done went back home. I done went back home. Me and my sister was right there. My mama and my daddy had a 3-bedroom. And I was married. But everybody know the story. For those that y'all that know, you remember when I told you we used to separate all the time? So I would be like, especially because like I said, my dad was still living and stuff. They don't come back home. My dad say, okay. Now, my sister, I was a daddy's girl. My sister be like, no, you ain't. No, he was dead serious. I'm being honest. No, you ain't coming. Because my sister had 2 kids by that time. You understand what I'm saying? So my dad used to be like, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. But my sister, he still let her come back. But he was saying, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. But my sister got 1 bedroom. And so my dad and my mama was like, well, all we need is Bud. My brother, that's his nickname. All we need is Bud. We had a whole family back because we had them came back. You see what I'm saying? But I came back, I'm going to be honest with you, because I knew I could. And I was a daddy's girl. I was grown as hell. But he did instill that. But you got parents, some parents out here, as soon as you graduate, you out. And then next thing you know, your child getting evicted or thinking they can pay their rent on the 15th and it's due on the 1st. You see what I'm saying? Because you ain't trying to talk to them and you ain't trying to instill that in them. And it actually, to be honest with you, is more to talking to them just about the bills. Especially the world that we live in now. Oh, really? May the 12th? Yeah, baby, that's a good day. To want to say, sounds like my granddaddy. Yeah, Dolores said the average black home does that. I just said that. The average black home does that to children, but I'm one that believes in making sure that you can handle your own, and if you can't, home is always open. That's right. And I ain't saying like when you let your kids come back, just let them, you still going to talk to them. Hey, look, now, this is what happened last time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna come back here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I understand you lost your job or this and that and other, but you know what you got to do. You can't just sit on your behind. You still got to go out there and work now. You know, you still, them bills still gonna come whether you don't lost your job or not. Now, okay, I'm gonna let you come back home now. I ain't gonna charge you for the first, maybe, I don't know. I give you maybe 3 months to stay here. I can get out there and help you look for a place too or whatever like that. But, you know, I may not charge you for the first month. However people charge. Some people charge $50 a week. Some people charge $50 a month. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I done heard. Some parents don't charge their kids $50 a week, and I knew somebody that charged their kid when they came back $50 a month. Talking to them like that, and but see, outsiders would look at it like, oh, you ain't doing that but hindering your child. No, you not hindering your child. What else what else you want them to do? You understand what I'm saying? I would rather for my child to come back home because I see my child trying to make it. I ain't talking about the ones that just blowing their money on Gucci and Prada, partying all the time. I ain't talking about that. You understand what I'm saying? Still talk to them, but get them tough love. But I'm talking about, you know, sometimes you can do exactly what you're supposed to do, but life happens. And then you end up back home. But if you ain't gave them the tools to get out there and do it, come on now. My children could stay with me for life. Hey, Lambo. Hey, how you doing? Sherry said, exactly. That's what I taught my children. I asked my baby son, was he sure he wanted to move because everything was going to change. No more mama boy. Yeah, that's right. That you absolutely right. You absolutely right. But it's just amazing how you hear what I saw. Like I said, look, I can't even see YouTube. What I saw. This was another woman. Another woman, poking fun. Minds hate that comeback talk when they stay gone. Exactly what you saying. I'm glad I found someone real like you. Thank you, Nitra. I'm glad you're here, baby. Yeah. It's real sad though. I loves me some you, baby. Tell it like it is. Thank you, Shy. I love you too. They just say, girl, I like you and ain't nothing you can do about it. Well, I love y'all and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. But you know, it's real sad that, you know, what I saw, y'all. And like I said, this was last night. And I was just, you know what I'm saying, just on YouTube and just scrolling around, being nosy and stuff, right? And it was a whole mother talking about a whole nother mother bragging about her kids and downing this whole nother woman because one of her kids is gay. Because of the other woman child is gay. And the stuff the woman was saying, y'all, was just like, you could tell you wasn't no good parent. Because if you was a good parent, your child wouldn't have turned out that way. Tawana, so I guess you weren't no good parent if you listen to what this lady say on YouTube. Because your daughter. That's basically what she's saying. That's basically what the woman was saying. If you got a kid that was gay, you ain't no good parent. Come on now. Like, how is that the biggest sin that you can do in this world? How? I don't understand that. The biggest sin that you can do. And the thing is, like I said, I feel like it ain't even so much of people try to it ain't even so much of people try to say it's a sin. It ain't so much of that. I just think it's more of people worried about, like I said, people worried about what other people gonna say. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't just that. You worrying about what somebody else gonna say. That's what it is. You worrying about what somebody else gonna say. But ain't nowhere in the world. No, I just don't understand it. I just don't. And like I said, I get, not that I agree, understand what I'm saying? I get that some people gonna find anything to talk about when it comes to social media. But I'm not gonna sit up here and try to make it seem like I got the Mother of the Year award and I'm the best mother and I ain't made no mistakes in my life because none of my kids are gay, but yours ain't. Baby, that just, like I said, now I'm gonna be honest with you. Some things I be looking at on social media sometime and I be like, man, I ain't gonna lie. I be like, man, but like I said, I don't type it in the comments. People do what they do. I'm just saying for me, I was just like, man, I really wish I could be on her YouTube channel and have a talk with her. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't comment or nothing like that. But I was like, but that just tell me like the mentality. But I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't saying don't praise your kids. I'm not saying don't praise your kids. I am not saying that. But people like that will be the ones that get hurt the first, get hurt the most. Because, oh, my child or my kids is this and your kids is that and my kid, those will be the parents that get hurt the most from their kid. Because nobody kid is perfect. Regardless if you think it is, they ain't, baby. I'm just here to tell you, okay? I love that one in there to death, but she is not perfect, okay? See, I can understand that. Dang. YouTube, my battery about to go dead, y'all. YouTube, my battery about to go dead, so we about to end this. I will holler at y'all later. Hold on, Facebook. I will holler at y'all later. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit that like button. Yeah, it's going dead.